welcome back to the Self Care with Daniela show. We are back for your part two fall glow up. Let me know in the comments how you liked part one. This part, we are going over, we're going a little deeper. We're going over some things that some of you guys might be ignoring, but honestly, this is probably the most important part of glowing up yourself and the people around you, but it's tapping into a spiritual version of you and always knowing that there's a spirit guide available to help when you need it. Now, this episode is specifically going to guide you if you've been feeling a little bit kind of like a little stuck, a little off, a little weird, kind of like you don't know what to do next. Things are kind of just like feeling different, and you can't even put your finger on it, but you know that it feels different, and it's time to probably make a little change. So this episode is going to help you with that. I'm really excited because you're not alone. Two, we've got some really cool evidence that it's part of what you're supposed to be going through. So yeah, let's just hang tight. So I want to start off with it's normal to go through seasons of uncomfortableness. It's normal to go through seasons of not knowing what's next. It's normal to go through seasons of maybe even like not feeling okay. Like by all means, if this is lasting longer than like a month, we're gonna just say this is maybe deeper than a season and it needs to be like getting some help, you know? But by all means, I want to remind you that there's always resources available. And this is exactly why we have to go through certain things so that we can grow. It comes up to us for a reason. Things are not happening to us, it is happening for us and for our greatest good. So, one, it's totally okay if shit's just been fucked up. Like, it happens to everybody. And everyone just doesn't talk about it. We just don't talk about how things are uncomfortable and how things, maybe haven't been going our way or how we want to do certain things and it just hasn't been happening because we haven't been having the fucking time or the energy or the self will or the discipline to do it. That's okay. People don't talk about enough. That's okay. We're talking about it today. I'm letting you know that you will find a certain time when it's ready, when it is the right time, when you have learned to clear out certain things that are no longer serving you so you can make room for greater things. So we can make room because I want to remind you that we're on this journey together. It's so easy to want things to happen right away. It's so easy to get stuck in, well, shit, things aren't going my way. Things are just like, I'm just not doing enough. There's not enough money. There's not enough this. There's not enough time in the day. There's not enough energy. There's not enough coffee to fuel me. Like, we can come up with so many excuses, but we also have the choice to want to be in that position and stay in that position, or we have the choice to want to, say there is a problem and I am open and willing to create a solution so that I can move forward. So I want to remind you that every day we have a choice. And this is a big part of why I'm doing this episode because a lot of us tend to forget that we have a choice and we get sucked into all the things that we have to do. Yes, by all means, we all have to pay our bills, all of that, but we also don't have to show up with the shitty attitude. Also, don't have to show up, complaining about things or show up being ungrateful or show up just feeling like there's no light. So when things are really hitting the fan, this is why it's so, oh my gosh, important to have a connection with a higher power, a form of spiritual connection, whether it's like God, the universe, whoever you tend to pray to. And maybe this is new to you. Maybe those words are triggering for you because it could have been forced on you in childhood. Maybe it could be something that you grew up thinking that, it was all like an outer appearance thing and there's a lot of unhealthy things related to it. You just seen more trauma than good. Maybe that was your experience. But I'm asking you for today and us together to start fresh, start new, give yourself a chance to really move forward with the tools that you have right in front of you and understand if you've been guided to this episode for a reason, it's because maybe this is the time for you to be open, ready, and willing to have that communication. And it's a journey, it doesn't happen all in a day, and there's no right or wrong. You don't have to say it out loud. You can or you can't. But the bigger picture is for you to understand that when you don't see things that are going your way and you're really in the thick of it, know that faith and spiritual guides want the best for you. I want the best for you. And a lot of the times we get so sucked in what's right in front of us that we don't see that things can get better and there can be light and we can feel love and peace and happiness. And this is why you have to have faith and ask for strength, ask for love, ask for light, ask for the things that you feel like you need to move forward. And this is different than talking to your sister on the phone, bullshitting with her about, all the things that's been happening and coming up with game plans and all this, that, and the other. This is different than that. This is praying to the universe and we can do it together. I didn't plan this, but we can do it together. Let's practice for your current situation and you can switch out whatever words that you need to. But I'm going to close my eyes so I can relax a little bit. Oh, okay. Dear universe, please guide the people that are watching this, that are listening to this episode, guide their minds and their hearts and their spirit to the best version of them, the healthiest, the happiest, the harm most harm harmonious, happiest, most joyful, peaceful, loving person that they can be. And let it be easy. Let it be easy and fun and show them the way. Show all of us the way because we surrender to you, and we wouldn't be here if we didn't believe. And we believe wholeheartedly from our head to our toes that things will always come up. Amen. See how I even slipped up in one of my words? Whew, that was deep. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's trusting that, you know what? I believe things are going to get better. I believe that I may not find the solution right this second after this episode, to what I need, but I'm going to trust that it's going to unfold as time comes on. I'm going to trust that the more that I practice this communication, the more that I surrender, the more that I relax. Ooh, just relax. It will get better. And I want to remind you too that sometimes things can get triggered easy if you've been going through things with relationships, whether it's partners or with your kids, with your parents, sisters. That brings a lot and it makes us feel different, off. If you're going through financial transitions and situations, or you're going through work situations, transitions, um, health transitions, those are all things that can make us feel different. And it's causing a shift of things so that we can be aware and we can glow up. We can glow up, glow up, glow up. Period. We can choose that after this episode while we're listening to it. Maybe you're like me and you put on the episode while you're in the shower. I usually have to listen to episodes like 2 or 3 times for it to really sit in. It's like the first time it's like, oh shit, that was some really good stuff. And the second time it's like, okay, I really want to put that into motion. So it's like I have to like really instill. And I like to take notes. Like I'm a note taker. I always pull out my phone and I just like get my notes app. I just title notes from blah 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 wherever. And I just keep going. So maybe you have to do that with this episode. But I want to remind you those could be key things that are coming up for you. And that's okay. Those are just awareness. It's like, oh, snap, okay. Well, now I understand that this is not what I'm okay with. I'm going to make a change. It's not going to happen in a day. It's okay if I don't know the whole plan. It's okay if I don't feel okay for today, but I can move forward. I can try small things to try to make myself feel better. I'm going to go right into that because I want to make sure that you can take action steps. Like, I don't want you to, oh my gosh, why am I almost going to cry right now? Wouldn't that? Okay, what's happening right now? This is how you know it's getting deep, you guys. Because I know actually what a dead ass feels like, where you just are so uncomfortable and you don't want to do anything. And it's funny because that's happened to me recently. And I don't know if it was because of the season shifting. I have started some shifting with work, started a new job, and on TikTok, I post about it over there. So you can go find it over there on TikTok land. But I want to remind you that it happens to all of us. It's happened to me recently where I'm like, oh, I feel so stuck. I just feel sluggish. I don't want to do shit. I want to like binge watch TV for like 5 days. Obviously, we can't do that. I do it for a day or two, and then I'm like, okay, we've got things to do. Hello. We've got a bigger mission. And I knew that if I felt it, that more people felt it too. And we all have a choice to stay stuck, like I said, in that shame state. And just this weekend, I wanted this episode to be published on a Sunday. Didn't get to it. It did not fucking happen. I knew the title, I knew what I was going to talk about. Yeah, no. Mm-mm. Didn't happen. I showed up in other ways, but when it came down to it, I was like, okay, finish this. You know what you're going to say. All you have to do is press record, and that's half the fucking battle. So I'm pure evidence that, yeah, you can go through it real quick, like feeling like, what am I going to do? A little bit of that unknownness, a little bit of that stickiness, a little bit of that weirdness, feeling off, all of that. Felt all that. But you keep going. And you feel better the more that you take action every single day. And you ask for your guide from your spirit to let them know, from the universe, from God, whoever you want to ask from guidance from, but you ask and you do it on repeat and you have patience and you believe in it and you keep fucking going. Okay, so now I've given you your triggers, your signs. Now we're very aware. You're like, okay, shit, that could be me. She's going through it. We're going through it together. I'm not alone. I understand. All right, so we don't want to stay there. You come to me because I'm raising your energy and your vibration and your awareness. So I'm going to give you your key tools in your toolbox so we can raise your vibration up even higher and put this shit on repeat. Please put this on repeat. You're doing. Let me say it again. Please put it on repeat. Put it on repeat. It's like, when you got kids and you got to say things like 5 times. Put it on repeat. Okay. Let me take a deep breath because I'm talking really fast. That means we're getting real passionate about it. Journal. You start off like that. Pull out the fucking journal, get a cute pen, and journal. Don't do it once a day. Don't do it once a week. Do it like every day. And it doesn't have to be a whole paragraph. A whole page. It could be a paragraph. It could be 2 sentences. Just pull it out. And ask, dear universe, I'm having a blockage in my career. Dear universe, I'm having blockage in my relationships. Please guide me. Please give me the steps. Dear universe, I'm having blockage in my health. Please guide me. Dear universe, I'm having blockage in my routines and my systems. I'm realizing that what's happening right now is not working. Please give me the tools so that I can move forward and I can live my happiest, most healthiest life. Boom. And then all of a sudden you're going to keep going. You're going to realize, holy shit, there's things that are just coming up that I had no idea. And you start to relax. So journaling is the first thing. And create a vibe. If you don't have a chance to create a vibe, fuck it. There's no right or wrong. But if you're doing it the D way, spark an incense, spark a candle. I love like LED lights, like fun color lights we just got some new ones from Amazon, the light bulbs. It's like we have the strips, the ones that you go all around, like the window seals or the wall. Oh, my son, we just put them all along the ceiling. I'll have to take a video because that looks so cool. But the light bulbs, that is so cool. So just kind of creating a vibe, a tone, more of a feeling so that you can go a little deeper. You want to go deeper because that is what's going to allow you to see what's not working so that you can create an action plan. We can create an action plan together. You're not alone, sister. We're doing this shit together. If I keep showing up, you keep showing up, and we're showing up, and we're doing this together. Okay, so journaling is out the way. Make sure we're walking, we are exercising. If you're doing some type of yoga, doing some type of HIIT class, get outside and move your body. Move it, move it, move it. Minimum like 20 minutes. Minimum. Honestly, I'm going to say 30, but maybe some of us aren't even doing a lot. So let's just start off with 20 and we'll check back and by next week. 20 to 30 minutes. And honestly, like an hour is what the doctors say. But get your ass outside and move. Literally outside. It feels so good. And tune tune on your favorite music. Maybe you're listening to an old episode of mine. Like, I just love tuning into podcasts while I'm walking because it just takes me into like La La Land. And I'm like, no one can fuck with me. I got my AirPods on and I'm like zoning people out and I'm zoning into this like abundant world. Well, yeah, you come to me because I'm giving you the evidence that it gets better. So keep tuning into the episodes, play old ones back, share them on social media, and tag me at Self Care with Daniela. Like, literally, every single day, you have to, like, be picky with the things that you're listening to. Okay, so moving forward, other than walking, having better sleep routines is very important. You know, make it with simple things, but they're things that we forget. So sleep, go to bed at a regular time, wake up at a regular time. Like regular it could be anywhere from 9 to 12 p.m. I don't know. You figure out what works for your time when you go to work. But I mean, you only need anywhere from 6 to 8 hours of sleep. 7 is great. And honestly, if you can go to sleep at the same time every day and wake up at the same time every day, you are creating such a muscle memory in your body and you don't even need an alarm anymore. And it just makes things like so much better for your body and your brain to just go into flow, into motion. It's insane. Okay, the next thing, eating healthy. We're going into a season where we can tend to just, not eat the best. We tend to eat shitty because we get sucked into um not even shitty. It could be really soulful and amazing food, but it's like tons of sweets and carbs and calories and all the things. So have a balance. Put some fruits and vegetables in there and have a wellness routine that is going to help you burn extra calories and make you feel good so you don't crash and burn after every single meal. Because it's not going to make you feel any better if you have all these dreams and goals and you do nothing to support them. So make sure that you have a system in place so that you don't feel like shiz. You're like crash and burn after breakfast and lunch 5 days a week. Not okay. There's a solution, sister. I'm going to let you know right now. Comment fall reset or send me a DM fall reset and I will help plug you into the most simplest effective routine that legit helps you not crash after you have eaten a meal. And I'm talking like sometimes I have like pancakes, bacon, and eggs and some fruit. Yeah, pancakes. Like I eat what I want, but at the same time, I have things in place so I don't crash and burn after. And I actually tighten and tone my body while I'm doing my small yoga, my walking, whatever it is that I'm doing. It's actually improving the muscle so that it looks more lean and more tightened throughout the fall. Like we we need all the support that we can get in the tightening and toning area. Period. End of story. But make sure you have things in place. It's not hard. Also, the last few things is have a community of support. Have your people that are like minded, that are just like you, that want to achieve the same exact goal and that are rooting for you, so that that way when you have days that you feel like shit and you don't want to do anything, all you have to do is plug in and you're like, oh my gosh, okay, they did it. All I have to do is do it. All I have to do is try. All I have to do is one step and fuck the rest. It's that easy. I've mentioned before, I'm gonna mention again. I'm officially have now opened my Mama on a Mission Facebook group. So immediately when you start working with me and you comment fall reset, we get you your products ordered. Once that whole process has been ordered, once we have confirmation that you have placed an order, I give you immediate access to this Facebook group, so that that way, and this Facebook group is hosted by me, and I'm the one that's running it, posting weekly live trainings to help, give you guidance, to give you a reset, to almost recalculate your brain so that you realize you can handle your shit this winter. You can have a great routine. You can handle all the cooking. You can handle the presents. And you can feel good while you do it and not feel like, oh my gosh, I'm not even taking care of my health. No, yes, you are. Period. It's happening. Why? Because I said it. We said it. We're done. And we're taking action. You have to take action though. If you get off this and you don't do anything, then that's not going to change anything. Like I said, you've been guided to this. If you feel like you want to move forward, that's on you. I know what works for me, and you can go and look in my highlights on my stories to see how long it's been. But this journey has been so fun in the fact that I know I'm not alone. I know that I have fallen off, and I can bounce back like that. Like that. That's what I'm talking about. But your community of like-minded people is going to help guide you and gear you, because when you don't have the faith or the evidence, you borrow it from somebody. You borrow it. That's why you go to church. We go to church and it's like, well, yeah, I wasn't feeling like crap and I was once crying, didn't even want to get out of bed to come to church, and I came to church and I'm like, oh, I just borrowed her faith and now I feel great. Same concept, sister. Same concept. So, last few things, create a vision, create a plan. If things are feeling icky, this is the time for you to shift things up, change it, refigure out, like, what are my goals right now? What is it that I want to do? How do I want to show up? We're going to get down to that. Journal about it, do a little walk and listen to some previous episodes or something, put some favorite music on, maybe music they used to listen to growing up, and see what comes up for you. Like when you were a child growing up, like what did you want to do? What was your dream job? What was your dream day? What was your dream house? What was your dream lifestyle? You're still here, so you're given another opportunity to still go after that. This is your sign, this is your reminder that you can do it, you will do it, and you are on the right track to do it. That is some deep shit, because if you're watching this on YouTube, you can see it in my eyes. They are about to water. I'm your evidence. This is why I've created this podcast, is because I'm your evidence that it can and it will happen. and I designed this business because it's self-care with me. I'm doing these things right beside you. I would not be telling you if this shit didn't work. I would not be telling you if I didn't fucking do it myself. I should literally flip back on how much journaling I've done. I even have trophies on how much yoga things. I have an app that I use and it keeps track of how much yoga I've done. I literally on my app for my meditation. I didn't even bring that up. That's another one, meditation. But the key is you have to go after it. Nothing will change if nothing changes. And you don't have to be so hard on yourself. Like, fuck, I haven't been doing this. It's like, no, 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 no. This is self care. So we're self caring our asses to the dream life that we want. Should I say it again? This is self care with Daniela. So we get to decide that we get to be self loving and joyful and self caring with our body and our mind and our spirit along the way to creating and living our dream life that we feel like we deserve because you do deserve it. We both deserve it. We all deserve it. So, after you've revisioned the life that you want, after you've created this new plan of the things that you want, also have things on the side that light you up. Create, find hobbies and things that make you feel good. I have a new hobby that I'm going to start taking up this holiday season for fun. And it is crafty. And who's here for some crafty shit? Shout out to all the crafty mamas. Oh, what about scrapbooking, y'all? Who scrapbooks? Are we still scrapbooking? Can you please comment below? Like, are we scrapbooking still? Is that a thing? Because I feel like scrapbooking was so cool back in the day and I remembered it. And I was into all the bullshit. It was like crazy like that. I don't know. Okay. I fell off. What was I even talking about? Crafting. Oh, if you want to see hobbies, that's what I was talking about. If you want to see the hobby that I'm going to be taking up, go follow me on TikTok at Self Care with Daniela so that way you can see the hobby because I will be sharing it on there. I'm not going to tell you a date of when because I haven't decided when, but I have something I'm looking forward to. And things that I do now as a hobby, which honestly, it's maybe like the most simplest and silliest thing, but like I I one love I love baking, or which I'm gonna bake something today. So you can go check on my stories. I'm gonna be baking something sweet. Also, I love watching comedies or the Kardashians. I'm here for both. It just makes me feel so good to just like sit there and love it on my iPad, like in front of my face, like a little kid. And then what other is my favorite hobby? Okay, this is also one of the most simplest things, but I really am truly here for crafty bullshit. I'm a painter, it's a hobby thing, or coloring. I got smelly markers, so anything to do with crafting stuff is fun for me. And actually, when I do all of my goal setting, I plan everything out on like a blank paper and I use all these fun colors and fun smells so that it's a total vibe when I'm doing it. So, crafty stuff is where I'm at. I love the Crayola and crafty aisle at Target. That shit was a total vibe growing up. Shout out to Target and the crafty aisle. and Crayola. No, they don't sponsor me, but they should. All right. Well, that is all that I have for you. That right there is enough to keep you so busy until you come back for the next episode. Now, I want you to take this episode and put it on repeat and share it, but also remind yourself and give yourself some love and care that it's okay if you've been feeling off and weird and sticky and all these weirdness things because your spirit guide was guiding you to that so that you can start feeling shit again, so that we can appreciate all the things that we do have and we're given another day so that we can truly go after the things that we want. So surrender to your situation. Know that the universe is always rooting for you, even if it feels fucking weird and uncomfortable right now. Trust me, they're rooting for you. I'm sending you so much love and light. Come back for part 3. We're halfway through the series, and I'll see you on the next one.